warm and welcoming. There you don't have to have a lot of money to have it all. In fact, approximately 30,000 college students call it home. The former railroad town is a bustling economy for adults, though, because they either work at Northern Arizona University or they just enjoy retirement life. It also is home to the legendary Lowell Observatory, and the Flagstaff residents also have the world's first international dark sky city, thanks to city leaders who passed an ordinance that limits artificial light in the evenings. The sky is always dark, so you can discover everything the night sky has to offer at the soaring 7,000-foot altitude at Flagstaff. One of the nice things about living in Arizona is that you can live in the southern part during the winter. Yeah, it's warm, but when it gets too hot in the southern part and you can't handle it, instead of having to go someplace out of state, you can head north towards Prescott and the mountains. And you don't have to maintain you don't have to maintain an extra out-of-state residence. You can live full-time and use the same driver's license, but you split your living quarters between two locations, as long as you declare residency in the location you choose. That's according to the IRS guidelines, so make sure you do that. So whether you're renting or buying, here are some questions that you should ask when you visit any active adult community. First of all, where do you want to live? Do you want to live near the beach? Do you want to be near the mountains? Do you want to be in the desert? Most retirees want warmer weather, good health care, low taxes, and a community with activities they enjoy. So make a list of what stuff you want to do. Do you want to play tennis? Do you want to play golf? And the home should have the flexible floor plan options and the quality construction that you need in order to enjoy life there. What size community makes you happy? Well, there's huge communities with thousands of residents, and there's mid-sized and smaller ones as well. Each one has pros and cons about living there, and so that's why it's really a good idea to visit and stay for an extended visit. Another thing you're going to have to consider is, what is your budget? I've been talking about affordable communities in this podcast, but you may be able to afford more. And do you want to buy immediately? I don't think so. You should rent for a while, at least to check it out. And if you can't find a place in the community itself that's for rent, rent an Airbnb close by so you can stay and really get to know the area. You want to ask, if you put a deposit down, is it refundable, and what are the conditions? Is there a percentage that the community keeps? Another key thing to think about in active adult communities, a lot of times there's age limits on who can visit and how long they can stay. You may want your grandchildren to visit, and so find out if they can come. Is there an age limit? How long can they stay? Or you may not want your grandchildren to come visit, and that's a plus too, because if they're only coming for 2 weeks, you know that you'll have the other 50 weeks of the year to yourself. Another thing you want to look for is, how far away are the healthcare resources, like a regional medical center and doctors that are really quality people? And do they take Medicare and your health plan? That's another thing. Another question is, what does the community provide for maintenance of the property and the community as a whole? What is in your fee and what does it cover? Some places will take care of your roof. They'll take care of your front yard. You don't have to lift a finger. Other places, it depends on what you're going to pay for. And that monthly HOA fee should also reflect that. And check the clubhouse, find out what activities they have. Do they have an activities director who is welcoming to your suggestions for, I don't know, a card game that you like? Or how many other people can you find in that community that do like the same things that you do? Or is this something you'd be interested in? Do they have larger rooms to use if you're planning a special occasion, like maybe you're having a big birthday party or an anniversary celebration? It'd be nice to have a big room where they could cater and, help you with the food and that sort of thing. A biggie, though, is your transportation options. Golf carts and bus service. You may not always be able to drive yourself as you get older. Your vision will change. So how many cars are allowed per resident, and what kind of transportation is available for you. Those are very important because you don't want to always be in the community. You want to be able to get out and about as well. You have to drive to the airport to go someplace else or whatever. And again, check the monthly fees and what do they include and what costs extra. So your HOA fee will maintain, usually if you have a security gate, most of these places have gated communities with guards at the desk to stop you from going in if you don't belong there. But, what kind of mail delivery do you get? Do they have night security guards? Do they have security guards who patrol during the day on foot or in cars? All those kind of things are important. And if you're in an active adult community, you want to check out assisted living facilities nearby that you could relocate to in case you need those services as you age. Another thing to ask when you're looking at property, if you want to stay in the community and buy, find out if there's enough bedroom space so that you could have a care provider come in, and find out if there are restrictions on care providers. That's very important. Another thing, just talk to the residents and find out about the social scene. If you're an introvert, is there space for solitary pursuits? If you're an extrovert, can you get your game on and have fun with that? What kind of group activities keep you feeling content that you would want to participate in? And do they feel welcome? I mean, if they form little cliques, then maybe it's not something you want to do. And again, double check the security measures. Do they have cameras? Do they have guards at the gate? Do security guards patrol at night? Do they patrol in the daytime? And what happens if you find something? If you see somebody who's breaking into something, for example, how do you report that? Do they have the capacity to handle that, or do you have to call outside police, or what? Can you park your RV or boat in the community? Well, if you can't, and a lot of places don't, I mean, there are communities where they cater to people with RVs and boats, but a lot of communities don't want them taking up space, and so you have to park outside the community. So you're going to want to check on that, because you want to find out how secure is that outside facility, and how do you access it? Are there certain hours that you can get in? Maybe you're going to get in your RV and take a trip someplace else. And how far are you from the nearest airport? You're going to want to, go visit other places. So you want to find out, is it convenient to get to? Yeah, it's a lot to think about, and it will take some time to decide. I've been helping people sell their home and make the best move for many years now, and I consult with them on what makes sense for their housing solutions. So if you want to contact me at boomerhousingoptions.com, or email me at moveorimprovewithdebbie@gmail.com. We can set up a virtual appointment to discuss your needs. I look forward to hearing from you, and thanks for joining me today.